We respectfully ask at this time that all gentlemen in the audience, as well as our young men graduating, remove their hats as we all stand for the national anthem and our alma mater.
Good evening, Cochranton students, faculty, staff, friends, and family members. My name is Kendall Rose, and I am the Senior Class Vice President, National Honor Society President, Student Council President, Drum Major of the Marching Band, and the person with the honor of giving tonight's opening address. If you are sitting in the audience right now, chances are you played a role, big or small, in one of these graduates' lives. We are so grateful that you are here to celebrate with us. In a few moments, you will see the class of 2025 receive their diplomas. Those diplomas prove that they have completed the necessary coursework to graduate. What those diplomas don't show is everything they learned along the way. Fortunately, I was given a couple minutes to speak, and I think I can spare some time to recap. From Mr. Canfield, we learned to not be sorry, just don't do it again. Mr. Bazan's AP Physics 2 class taught us that physics doesn't define us. Ms. Andracki showed us how to find the good in every situation. Mr. Cower taught us not to get our heads stuck in a pumpkin. Mrs. Kaiser reminded us daily that the difference between a good and bad day is our decisions. Swerve taught us that our effort determines the outcome. Mr. Crispin reminded us that we were doing good work every time he passed us in the hallway. Mr. Volkstadt showed us that anything can be a poop joke. And Mrs. Nelson taught us that it's better to try and make a mistake than not try at all. None of these life lessons will show up on your transcript, and none will be put on your resume. But the life you live after you walk out of these doors will forever reflect the lessons you learned at Cochranton Junior-Senior High School. Your work ethic, the way you treat others, and your dedication were habits first ingrained in this building. I want to take a moment to thank my classmates. This year, we were able to start many new traditions. Having those wonderful memories with all of you made all the planning, setup, tear down, and stress worth it. I truly feel that this class has a connection that not many other classes get to experience. I feel so blessed to have been part of this class and the most spectacular senior year. I promised my classmates I would keep this short, but last night I realized that there was one more thing that I wanted to share. 8 years ago, one of my best friends stood at this podium addressing his class much like I am right now. As an almost fellow Penn Stater, I feel obligated to share what my brother Jared did all those years ago. A quote from the winningest college football coach of all time, who happened to coach at Penn State, Joe Paterno. He said, "Believe deep down in your heart that you're destined to do great things." I truly believe that if you hold that truth in your heart, you will indeed achieve great things. So once again, thank you to everyone who is here tonight as we recognize the class of 2025 and all of their accomplishments.
At this point in the evening, we like to take some time to really refine the awards and the scholarship money that our students have earned, both academically and athletically. And true to form, we had a little joke. I came in to the gymnasium and the students were lining up. And I said, "Did anybody get any last-minute scholarships?" And Kendall said, "Miss Ray, I got 2. So we're going to try to remember and add those. And I don't doubt, based upon the money that this class has won, that there are probably a few more out there that came through that we did not hear about. So I can assure you that that amount up there of $1,146,936 has already grown, I'm sure, by several thousand just as we sit here. Before we start reading the individual awards, we want to take a minute to recognize our students. As many of you are aware, a lot of school districts have done away with the common practice of ranking students and are now using a similar system to what colleges do, recognizing students based on their GPA rather than their rank. So at this time, I'm going to be starting with our students who have earned the highest weighted GPA, and I will ask them to remain standing until I read all of their names. Our students graduating with the highest GPA, summa cum laude, Indy Dudzik. Brendan McCullough. Sophia Moutsos. Kaylee Pearl. Allison Purdue. Marley Rodax. Kendall Rose. Maya Salisbury. And Daniel Servey. The students receiving the second highest range of weighted GPAs are graduating magna cum laude, and they include Bridget Dean, Reagan Erdley, Benjamin Field, Lindsay Hannaford, and Eve Pfeiffer. And our students receiving the designation of graduating cum laude are Libby Bolton, Aiden Googe, Isabel Holden, Nicholas Kanapka, Maya Lynch, Trevor Shetler, and Macy Williams. Joanna Bender. Joanna was awarded the Northwestern PA NTMA Tim Catton Memorial Award. Cameron Boozer. Cameron received the Oddfellows School to Work Award. Bridget Dean received the Gannon Knight Achievement Award. Kylie Dent received the Hermit Merit Award and was also named CTC Senior of the Year in Electronics Technology. Maya DeVore was awarded the Penn West Clarion Merit Scholarship. Indy Dudzik received the Cochranton Chapter of NHS Scholarship, the Slippery Rock University Merit Scholarship, the Slippery Rock University Honors Scholarship, and she is also a STEM medal recipient. Reagan Erdley. Reagan received the F. Greg Nye Scholarship, the University of Pittsburgh Panther Pride Award, the University of Pittsburgh Scholarship, the Crawford Central Community Foundation Marilyn Kinter Scholarship, the Daffins Candy Scholarship, the Hagen Scholarship, the Cochranton Class of '55 Scholarship, the Girardi Scholarship, the Estella Van Horn Scholarship, the Mia Strong Scholarship, the Weston Irwin Memorial Scholarship, and she is also a STEM medal recipient. Benjamin Field was awarded the Weston Irwin Wrestling Club Award. Aiden Googe received the Slippery Rock University Merit Scholarship. Chaden Hart was named Outstanding Career and Technical Student of the Year. Danielle Hoffman was named MVP for softball. Isabel Holden received the Elizabethtown Excelsior Scholarship, the Girardi Scholarship, the CCEA Aspiring Teacher Scholarship, the Mia Strong Memorial Scholarship, the Weston Irwin Memorial Scholarship. She is also a STEM medal recipient and was named Senior of the Year for both Spanish and choir. Cameron Irwin was named or awarded the CTC Award for Most Improved and also was awarded the Weston Irwin Memorial Scholarship. Nicholas Kanapka received the Penn State University Commonwealth Award, as well as the Penn State University Commonwealth Assistance Award. Carter Lobline was named CTC Senior of the Year for Cooperative Education. Maya Lynch received the Penn West Premier Scholarship and the Honors Program Scholarship. Dawson Matt received the Joseph and Isabel Prischak Trustees Scholarship and was also named Senior of the Year for Family and Consumer Science. Reagan McLean received the F. Greg Nye Scholarship, the Odd Fellows Continuing Education Award, the Cochranton Volunteer Fire Department Scholarship, the Cochranton EMS Scholarship, the Penn West Premier Scholarship, and she was also named CTC Senior of the Year for Diversified Occupations. Brendan McCullough was named Senior of the Year in the English Department and Senior of the Year for Mathematics. Peyton Miller received the Penn West Premier Scholarship. Sophia Moutsos received the F. Greg Nye Scholarship. Rainey Negron received the Gannon Knight Achievement Award and the F. Greg Nye Scholarship. Kaylee Pearl received the Carlow University Trustees Merit Scholarship, the Carlow Honors Program Scholarship, the Crawford Central Community Foundation Pay It Forward Scholarship, the F. Greg Nye Scholarship, the Cochranton Chapter of NHS Scholarship, the Fallowfield Lodge number 1128 Scholarship, and she was also named Senior of the Year for both science and band. Allison Purdue received the Messiah University Scholarship, the Messiah Honors Faculty Scholarship, the Dean's Scholarship, the Provost Merit Scholarship, the Cochranton Chapter of NHS Scholarship, and she was also named Senior of the Year in Foreign Language for French. Eve Pfeiffer received the Paul R. Stainbrook Memorial Scholarship, the Bayard and Ethel Kunkel Scholarship, the Thomas and Shirley Woolaway Scholarship, and she was also named MVP for girls basketball. Elizabeth Pringle was named CTC Senior of the Year for welding. Marley Rodax received the Cochranton Chapter of NHS Scholarship, the West Virginia University Climb Higher Scholarship, the Paul R. Stainbrook Memorial Scholarship. She was named Senior of the Year for both Social Studies and Yearbook, and she also received MVP for girls volleyball and was named Female Athlete of the Year. Kendall Rose received the Sherman Allen Scholarship, the Elks Club Scholarship, the DAR Good Citizenship Award, the Gill Family Scholarship, the Cochranton Business and Professional Women's Scholarship, the 4-H and FFA Livestock Scholarship, the Janet and Blair McCurdy Scholarship, the Cochranton Chapter of NHS Scholarship, the Dennis Agnew Memorial Scholarship, and she was also named Senior of the Year for Computer Science and Applications. Audrey Royer received the Penn West Edinburgh Honors Award and was also named Senior of the Year for Art. Maya Salisbury received the Slippery Rock University Merit Scholarship. Daniel Servey received the Gill Family Scholarship, the Cochranton Business and Professional Women's Scholarship, the Allegheny College Trustees Scholarship, and the Wolves Club Scholarship. Alexis Wable received the Penn West Premier Scholarship. Macy Williams received the Teal Merit Scholarship, the Gill Family Scholarship, the Cochranton Business and Professional Women's Scholarship, and the Cochranton Chapter of NHS Scholarship. Riley Yunt received the Duquesne University Merit Scholarship, the Corporal Timothy J. Lauer Scholarship, and she was named CTC Senior of the Year for Computer and Information Sciences. I have two more interesting little tidbits to share before we wrap up. It's not unusual for our students to get sizable institutional awards from their respective colleges or universities, but this year I believe we had one of the largest. $168,000 was our largest single institutional award. And then we had one student, and this proves that time is money, and when students put the time in, they sure get the money. Private non-institutional awards, we had one student bring in $79,550. So for parents out there with students coming up to graduate, encourage them to apply. You guys did a wonderful job. I could not be more proud of you. Congratulations.
Good evening, everyone. As most of you know, my name is Marley Rodax. I've lived in Cochranton my whole life, in the perfect little place in town where I could walk to the elementary school, the high school, to Cafino, or the park, where I could trick-or-treat at all my neighbors' houses, where I'd get friendly honks while I played basketball in my driveway, and where I could walk down the street and tell you the houses of many friends. I've had the privilege to be shaped and supported by this small community. There are so many incredible people here that make this town truly special. When people ask what I like about going to a small school, I always talk about the connections. The fact that I've had some of the same teachers since 7th grade, and whether I've had them once or a dozen times, I know them all. I can walk in the halls and pop into any classroom and have a personal, genuine conversation. The people in this building have so much heart, and I've felt that deeply during my time at Cochranton Senior High School. Speaking of the wonderful people here, I have to go and give a special shout out to Mrs. K, our senior advisor, for giving us an unforgettable senior year to look back on. My senior class was the largest class in the building this year, but it's not just numbers that make us stand out. It's the size of our character, the boldness of our personalities, and the way that we didn't just go through school, we made it an experience. It was spring of our 7th grade year when we were told we were getting 2 weeks off of school due to COVID, and not long after that when we were told we weren't going back at all that year. We witnessed the high schoolers lose parts of their high school experience, missing out on trips, prom, and even graduation. As things started going back to a new normal and we got older, my class decided we didn't want to miss out. We brought back old traditions from before, like a junior class trip to New York City and a senior class trip to DC. We had a vision for a 1920s prom theme that the class of 2020 never got to do, and we executed it. And we started new fun traditions ourselves. We didn't just go through the motions, we made memories, and that's something I'm thankful for, and I hope the underclassmen strive to do as well. To my friends and my peers, I'm in the same boat as you all, so I won't leave you with any life-changing advice as if I have any more years of wisdom or experience as you do. But I truly wish you all the best in everything you choose to do after we leave here. My hope for each of us is that we walk forward with open minds, open hearts, and a fierce commitment to growth. I hope we seek understanding over certainty, compassion over comfort, and change over complacency. Personally, I know I've changed so much during our time here, not just because of what I've learned, but who I've shared it with. You have all shaped me, challenged me, and helped me see the world a little differently. I hope I've done even a small bit of that for some of you too. To Cochranton and the class of 2025, thank you for being a part of this journey, and good luck as you continue yours.
So far, so good. I made it in here, and I made it up here, so that's 2 steps done. Now I got to get out of here. I should be on the program. I'm not. I'll be presenting the class to Dr. Galden here, and I won't be very long tonight. Want to thank the class of 2025, wish them good luck in the future. Also want to welcome some people here tonight, and I'll have the faculty stand up, please, from CHS. Thank you. Stand up, guys. Also want to thank school board members that are here tonight, Jerry Vetterl on the end, Ron Irwin, Jeff Rose, Vice President of the Board, Jason Nesbitt, Kevin Merritt, President of the Board. Thank you. Up front with me, Mr. Cowers, the Assistant Principal and Athletic Director, who will be announcing the names. Also want to thank him. He's been here at CHS for 3 years. After this year, he'll be moving on as the assistant principal at Meadville Middle School, so thank you, Zach. As you know, Ms. Ray is the senior high guidance counselor who did the awards, and Dr. Jennifer Galden, the superintendent of Crawford Central School District. Want to give a shout out, I can't get my eyes on him, from Mr. Andre and his students in the back. We're live streaming this year, which is something new, and we'll see how that goes. And then there's an insert in your program so that if you're interested, you'll be able to see that as well. I also want to give a shout out. I know she's probably not going to be happy, as you know from this cart. At the end of October, I've had some medical problems, so I'd like to thank Mrs. Clark, Tamara Clark. Stand up, Tamara, for coming in and helping out this year. Thank you. We also have 2 teachers retiring after about 30 years of service each, and they're also special faculty because they actually come from this town and this school. They were 2 years older than me when we went through Cochranton Junior Senior High School, and we've always managed to keep a small group of alumni coming back, which I think is also a good thing for our school and community, and our kids to see that kids from this community can go on and do important things. We're going to miss them very much. Dawn Erdely and Jan Karkin, please stand up. At this time, this class of 2025 has met all the requirements set forth by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Crawford Central Board of Directors and are ready to receive their diplomas. Thank you.
Good evening. As superintendent of the Crawford Central School District, it is my honor to accept the graduating class of 2025 from Cochranton Junior-Senior High School. I confirm that these students have earned the distinction of high school graduates and are hereby awarded their diplomas. Congratulations to each of you on this significant achievement.
Carter Lee Lobline. Rainey Moran Negron. Libby Grace Bolton. Daniel Robert Servey. Erilyn Lee Clark. The order changed. Indy Nicole Dudzik. Nuno Aram Bosky. Joanna Ray Bender. Bridget Alora Dean. Andrew Ryan Albert. Fallon Marie Lance. Alexandria Rose Slosher. Doran Russell Hill. Danielle Marie Hoffman. Maya Lou Salisbury. Nicholas John Kanapka. Brendan Faith McCullough. Kylie Marie Dent. Chandler Robert Plosky. Eve Kathleen Pfeiffer. Peyton Elizabeth Miller. Andrew John Schoffel. Ryder Michael Greenlee. Anna Grace Marchetta. Maya Dawn Lucero DeVore. Colton Ryan Crago. Zoe Storm Allen. Cadence Lynn Gledhill. Aiden Alexander Googe. Marley Lane Rodax. Maya Elizabeth Lynch. Jack Daniel Rittiger. Reagan Nicole Erdley. Allison Joy Purdue. Dawson Garrett Matt. Reagan Kathleen McLean. Kendall Jeanette Rose. Trevor Joseph Shetler. Kaylee May Pearl. Macy Ray Williams. Maddox Christopher Salisbury. Alexis Rose Wable. Alana Rose LaRue. Gunnar Scott Heald. Chaden Michael Hart. Cameron Isabella Irwin. Elizabeth Lou Pringle. Gavin Pierce Hahn. Isabel Miyoko Holden. Lindsay Renee Hannaford. Colin Lee Hollabaugh. Bella Amia DeVillers. Casey Lynn Stein. Cora Beth Bellinger. Cameron Elizabeth Boozer. Dane Michael King. Riley Ann Yount. Audrey Lynn Royer. Benjamin Thomas Field. Sophia Lynn Moutsos. Samantha Marie Parker. And Trent Allen Hoban. It is with my pleasure that I now present to you the class of 2025.